guys, welcome back to the channel Eat Code and Sleep. And today's LeetCode problem is group anagrams, right? And so let us quickly dive into this problem statement and let us see what the problem statement is. So before that, let us see what other companies have asked this question. Okay. So it's loading. Let us see it in later. So let us quickly check the constants also here. So it only consists of lowercase English letters. Okay. So now let us dive into the problem statement here. Given an array of strings strs, okay, so there are a group of strings are given to us, okay, so we have to group the anagrams together. You can return the answer in any order, okay. We have to group the anagrams here, okay. So what is an anagram here, right? So anagram is a word or phrase formed by rearranging the letters of a different word or phrase, typically using all the original letters exactly once, okay. So basically what it means is, so like if there is a string like this, okay, and there is a string like this also, these two are different, right? Because at each index there are having different values, right? So but in an anagram, like if you see, the number of characters are for B are 2, right? And for number of characters for B in the second string are 2, right? And the number of characters for A is only 1, right? The number of characters in B also 1 only, right? The number of characters in first string of C are 2, right? For this there are 2, and for D there are 2, and here also 2. So as we can see here, the frequency of each character is equal to the frequency of each character in second string also, right? So if there are equal number of characters in both the strings, right, that means if the frequency of the character is equal to the, and there are similar characters, right? So the there should be characters, like the two strings must have a characters in a similar way, right? So and the frequency of that character should also be same. So if we rearrange this at any like if we rearrange these characters in this way, like BBA, CC and DT, so it is same, right? Now it will be same, right? So after rearranging these characters of second string, it will be same as the first string, right? So this is what an anagram is, right? So it should have the characters in A and the characters in B should be equal, right? So that means whatever the characters are, whatever the characters in A, that should be also in B, right? And the frequency of that character should also be equal to the frequency of that character in B. Okay. So if these two conditions satisfy, then we can say that it is an anagram here. Okay. So now we have to find what we have to find. We need to group them. Okay. We need to group them. Okay. So there might be different types of anagrams, right? So for example here, eat is an one anagram, right? So eat, right? And t t t is an another anagram for eat, like because e is present in this thing also e is present, a is present, a is present, t is present, t is present, and frequencies are also equal. So we can group them in a so we can group them, right? So eat and t are both are anagrams here, right? So now tan can be grouped with these two? No, right? Because n is not present in this, right? And a is also not n is not present in this two strings, right? So we need to group it separately. Okay. Now 8. So what is 8? 8 is an anagram of t only, right? T and eat, right? So it is an anagram of t and eat. So we can group it in this way. And what is nat? Nat is an anagram of tan, right? Nat is an anagram of tan, right? So if you rearrange these characters, we can get this string, right? If you by rearranging these characters of nat, we can form tan, right? So these two are anagrams, so we grouped them separately. Okay. Now bat. So now bat, b t is present, a is present in two groups, but b is not present in any of the group, right? So we need to group it separately here. Okay. Bat. Okay. So this is how we will be forming the groups, right? Grouping anagrams. So this group is separate anagram group, and this group is separate anagram, this separate group, right? So in this way we need to find the answer here. Okay, so in this way we need to group the strings here. Okay, so now let us, so for grouping the strings I'll be using a data structure called HashMap here. Okay, so what I will do is, so if you see there, like what am I matching there, so whenever I rearrange the characters of T, it can be formed with it, right? It can T can be formed to it, right? So what will be my key in HashMap is, it will be string here. Okay, so and so we need to group, right? We need to group anagrams, right? So let us keep them in list here. Okay, it will be also string. Okay, so this is the hash map I will be having. So for every for that string, the number of groups, the group anagrams are this thing, right? The key value pair, the key will be the string here. Okay, and the value will be the list of strings here. Okay, so in this way I'll be storing that. Okay, so now, so what I need to do here, so first of all what I need to do is, so let us see one thing here. Okay, so let us take first thing eat, right? So let us take this thing. Okay, so now let us sort them in ascending order of their characters. Okay, let us sort it in ascending order of their characters. So what will be the ascending order of the characters of the string above? A, E, T, right? This is the ascending order of the string, right? Ascending order of the characters of the string, right? So A, E, T. Now, so this will be the this thing, right? So now let us take second string. Okay, T. Okay, and what we'll do, we'll also sort this thing. Okay, T also let us sort. So if we sort, what it will be? AET, right? So if you observe one thing here, when we sort the things here, the anagrams will be equal. Okay, when we sort the characters of the group anagrams, like as we mentioned here, eat, T and 8 are groups, right? When we sort the characters of that anagram group, then we can find the equal strings, right? Equal strings, right? Then we can find the equal strings. So with this I'll be solving the problem. Okay, so now I have grouped them, right? So now I will check whether this type of string is present in my hash map or not. Okay, so initially my hash map is empty, so I'll be what I'll be doing, I'll be pushing 8 with an list, right? I'll be creating AET with a list, and I'll be going with T right now. So now I'll be sorting these characters of T. So now it will be, so now I'll be checking in HashMap whether it is present or not. So and I will also add the group here, eat group I will add here. Okay, in this, right? Okay, so for first string I'll sort the characters of the first string, and I'll check whether it is present in my HashMap or not. So if it is present, then I'll add that string, initial string, to my HashMap. Okay, okay, to that key list. Okay, so initially the key list is not present, so I'll create a key list, and I will add this string to that key list. Okay, so now next I will go to T here. Now I'll sort the characters. Okay, so I'll sort the characters, and this will be in this way. Now I'll check in the HashMap whether it is present or not. So is it present in my HashMap? Yes, it is present, right? AET is present with some list of groups, right? List of strings, right? So I'll just add this to the group here. Okay, so I have added this thing to the AET list here. Okay, and now what will be the third string here? It will be tan. So it will be tan, right? So what will be the sorted order of this tan here? It will be A, N, and T, right? A yes, A and T will be the tan, right? So now I will check whether this thing is present in my hash map or not. Okay, now I will check. it is not present, right? AET is present, ANT is not present. So I'll create an hash map here. Okay, I'll create an ANT list here, and I'll store tan in that list. Okay, I'll store it. Now I'll check for other string here, that is 8. Okay, now I'll check for 8 here. Now what I need to do here, I need to sort the characters of that string. That will be AET, right? That will be the sorted order of the above string, right? So now I'll check whether it is present in my hash map. Now this character, this sorted string is present in my hash map or not. I'll check. 8 is present in my hash map. So I'll just add this 8 to the string here, list string here. Okay, 80. That's it. And now I'll check for nat, whether nat is present in my hash map or not. Now I'll go for nat. Okay. I'll just do what I'll do. I'll just sort the string with characters, right? So now I'll check this thing whether it is present in my hash map or not. ANT is also already present. So I'll just add the nat to the present nat to the list of AND, right? So now what will I go? Now I'll go to bat and I'll do the sorted order, right? So if I do the sorted order, it will be ABT. Is ABT is present in my hash map? No, right? ABT is not present. So I'll create an hash map key here and I'll push that bat to that key list. Okay. So ABT list, I'll be pushing that bat to the ABT list. So this is how I'll be solving, and at last I'll just so he asked me to return it in any order, right? So I'll just return the I'll just store it in a what I will be storing, list string. In this way I'll be storing, and I'll be adding the values of each key into that list. Okay, values of each list into that list, that will outcome to the group of anagrams, like group of different anagrams. In this way I'll be solving this problem here. So let us quickly try to visualize the code here and try to examine the code and how we can write the code for this logic here. Okay, so now let us go to the code here. So initially what we need to do, we need to take a list of list string, that is the return type we need to return there. Okay, so and what is the primary goal of our logic here? We need to store it in a hash map, right? So I need to create an hash map here, that will be string of list here. Okay, so I have stored, and what I need to do, I need to iterate over the string array, right? I need to iterate over the string array. I'll be iterating over the string array, and I'll be collecting each string, right, from it. For now we cannot sort the string, right? So what I need to do, we need to convert that string into a char array, right? Now I'll be converting the string into the char array, right? So now I'll convert the string into a char array. Now I can sort the char array, right? Arrays can be sorted, but strings cannot be sorted, right? So string is converted to an array, and array is sorted here, right? And from that array I'll be creating a new string, right? So I'll be checking whether it is present in my hash map or not. Okay, if it is not present, then I'll be what I'll do, I'll be creating a key for that, and I'll be creating a new array list for it, and I'll just push it into that array list. Okay, so in this way I'll be solving this problem. Okay, and at last what you need to do, for every value of that key we need to push it into that list of list, right? So I'll be pushing into that list of list, and at last I'll be returning the answer here. Okay, so now what is the time complexity of this program here? So the time complexity of the program is, so let us say there are n strings. Okay, n strings are there. Okay, and let us take k as string length. Okay, string length, let us take as k as string length here. So now here what we are doing, we are sorting it, right? We are sorting k length string here, right? So we are sorting only k length string, right? So what will be the time complexity of that? It will be k log k, right? It will be k log k. It will be k log k, right? So, and what we are doing again, we need to iterate over the length of the array, right? So for that we will be using n here. Okay, n into k log k will be the time complexity. Alright, okay, time complexity. And what is the space complexity here? As we are using hash map here, so it will be what it will be at max, it will be uh, big of n into m, right? So big of n into k, right? So the time complexity will be big of n into k, right? So that is how the time complexity will be, right? Space complexity, right? The space complexity will be big of n into k. So these are the time complexity and space complexity of this problem, and this is how we'll be solving this problem. And let us see the companies that have asked this problem. So let me just reload this page so that it is visible. So it is loading. So I will be posting that what are the company tags in my description video in the below of the description, video description. So you can check there what are the companies have asked this solution. So this is the solution, and the time complexity and space complexities are this for the solution. And thank you for watching this problem, and subscribe to the channel for more type of these problems. And thank you.